Kardiac say something crazy.
Well, I was just gonna say something to like start stripping randomly.
Oh, that would be a good thing to do.
Stand up and do bottoms first type shit.
That's
Ichiban, weren't you testing your turbulence earlier?
Testing my what the fuck?
Your turbulence.
Yeah, your good vibrations.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll show you after.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
I'll show Ichiban next week type shit.
What does that mean, bro?
Yeah, what does that mean? What do you mean by that?
You wanna elaborate on that?
We're gonna see each other, right? I'm gonna show it to him. I was already gonna show you my dick, so
Pause.
might as well.
We know who's not a Paragon protagonist.
Whoa!
Oh.
Nice.
I would be the main villain, actually. I'd be I'd be either the main villain or the main like the guy that assists the villain type shit.
A henchman?
No. I'm like not a henchman.
A sidekick?
I'm like I'm like his aide. You know what I mean?
A pawn?
Like
His aid.
I'm
What
like
do you
his-
aid him in?
you know, dick.
So this man is like pervy sage without any powers. So technically, this man is just a pervert.
Pervy sage, but take out the sage.
He's like, no skills, no powers, no achievement, just a pervert.
I'm Denji before he gets his powers.
Ichiban, please just do the intro. Stop this guy, please.
Hold on, I didn't make the intro. I should have been making it this whole time, but
You're not a freestyler.
Hello, listeners. Welcome to your new addiction, your new favorite pod. Oh, damn it. I fucked it up, bro. Oh, my God. Welcome to your new addiction, your new favorite podcast series. Welcome to The Flow. You're here with me, the former blonde, but still Ichiban, #1 man on the PlayStation. I'm guest starring with your boy, River the Flow God.
Yes, sir. What's up, gang of lunches?
And we have two special guests with us here today. We have the man, the logic, who's a little chaotic, Archie.
Good.
And we have another special guest with us here today. Oh, you better watch out for this man. He's going to give you a heart attack. Introducing Kardiac.
What's good? Pleasure to be here.
Welcome to everybody. Welcome to The Flow.
Today we're talking about Paragon Protagonists. And you guys out there may not know what that means, but we here at The Flow, we know type shit. We
realize.
You know what I'm saying? You see the vision. You see the vision if you see the vision. But basically, Paragon protagonists are your goody two-shoes protagonists. They just good for the sake of being good. Pretty much just flat characters. They don't really do too much else but just be good guys. They're just good guys. Like a fucking good guy. You know what I'm saying? But they're not even really a fucking good guy. They're just a good guy. Because they don't even have enough to them to be a fucking good guy. You know what I'm saying? Different level that they just can't even reach because they're so flat.
They don't be fucking. Let's be real. They don't be fucking.
That's not what I
Never
meant.
hopping off the porch.
And it's and we did not just look this up like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, man. Basically, we're gonna be talking about what we think, like if they suck, like how they actually are. If we don't like them, if we think they're good, if they have good elements to them, and then we're gonna kind of like get into some real conversations and really talk about which characters could be better than Paragon protagonists and things of that nature, man. So how y'all feel about it, bro? Let's really get into it. Let's pod.
They're shitty. I'm gonna be honest. They're fucking boring.
Shit.
Get a personality. If your whole personality is being good, you're not good. I don't know what to tell you. It's like that one guy that comes up to a girl that is like, "Hey, I'm a nice guy." Don't fucking go for that guy.
You
like
don't
that
want to
guy.
be a nice
If
guy.
his whole if his whole personality is, "Oh, I'm a nice guy," that dude's not a nice guy. Like he just wants to get in your pants over by like being a nice person. That's it.
He's talking mad smack about you, River. That's crazy.
What the fuck? What the fuck? You got me. Oh, let me stop.
Here's the thing about finishing last. River. Sometimes it pays to finish last because sometimes you don't want to rush things. You just gotta take it slow and steady.
Yo.
Because that wins the race. When you really think about it.
To write a
Out to
book.
the turtle, man.
Was it a turtle?
Yeah.
It was a turtle. Yes. It was a
I thought it was a tortoise.
I don't know. Bro.
I'm serious.
I don't know.
Because
What the hell?
can't turtles like not last too long on land? Like, isn't that the thing?
Look, listen up, Darwin.
A turtle
I don't
be
know,
crazy.
bro.
Turtles can last, bro. Bro, Ichiban is a turtle expert.
Why am I a turtle expert?
You have a turtle.
Oh yeah, I do have a turtle.
He didn't know he had a turtle.
It's like,
I had. So it's an aquatic turtle. It's an orange spotted turtle. That one you can tell is more aquatic because it has like the web,
the
web feet and all that. A tortoise is the land one. So yeah, you're right. It is.
Come on, turtles.
He
Come on.
really acts like he did something.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Hey,
Realize.
Hey man, shout out to Master Oogway, man.
Master Oogway. Yeah, that's my turtle's name. It's Master Oogway, by the way.
Oh, that's fire.
That's
Bro, tell me why. No, because my brother was like, "Oh, let's name him Michelangelo." I was like, that cliche ass name. You know how many Michelangelo turtles there are? The fuck out of here, bro. If your turtle's name is one of the 4 Ninja Turtles, I'm sorry, but that's a lame ass name.
Damn.
I'm so sorry.
Respect,
I'm
bro.
so sorry. Like, bro, come on. You couldn't think of something better? Like, bro, Master Oogway? Bro, Master Oogway. That's crazy. You gotta respect him in his martial arts.
Getting back to the protagonist. I disagree. Archie.
Where was this going?
Why do you disagree?
Master Oogway is a Paragon character.
That's actually no, that's not true. He is fallible flaws. But what's it called? He's not righteous. He makes a few selfish decisions. But anywho, I don't think that all the time they're bad. Like there is value in like having a character who is just such a beacon of light in a world that like might be like filled with darkness or whatever. So like when it's used in stories like that, or stories where like the rest of the society is like super complex and there's good people doing bad things sometimes and there's bad people making sacrifices because it's necessary, and then you just have this person who's like super consistent, super good, and doesn't really want to acknowledge like the complexities, and they just come in and they're just like, I am just a guy and I like people. Sometimes that's what, you know, a series need. But
I guess, but I don't know, man. I just never gravitated towards those type of characters. Like that's why like Superman is like my least favorite superhero, because he's literally just a beacon of light for humans and like is there to save the day all the time. And I'm like,
So how do you feel about
what's up?
How do you feel about All Might?
He has struggles. He has struggles though.
How?
Not in his morality. He has struggles in what he can do, but not what he thinks.
He's more interesting to me because he has internal struggle of like, oh, I should have protected like Deku and stuff, and like I should have done better. Like as a mentor, like he has his own struggles. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, like in his like older state, but that's because of the failures. So like even going back to someone like Superman, there are stories that's like, yeah, Superman has this incurable disease and he's about to die and there's nothing that he can do about it. And he still has the same mindset of like, yeah, I want to save everyone. I want to be that guy to like swoop in and do everything because like I'm all powerful, fucking Superman. But like then the story becomes about what happens when like the infallible like die or like are faced with like certain losses. I think that was the appeal of like the Dark Deku arc, right? In My Hero, it's like, okay, the appeal of it.
Sad boy arc.
Yeah, the sad boy arc. Because it was like he felt, even though his like motivations didn't change.
Yo, my lucid
dreams.
The lucid dreams freaking arc, bro. Oh my gosh.
Turn around and die.
It was underwhelming for sure, but I've been saying that. Y'all just realized that. Like y'all just realized. I've been saying this for literally years. Years.
Okay, manga reader.
I see the shadows in my room. Oh my god.
But I was told I was being too harsh.
Were you?
I was told I was being too harsh.
Is that what you were being told?
You were River. You were I was the main person you were targeting when you said that it was underrated.
Yeah. But that was also before the Dark Deku arc.
But even on that episode where y'all were reflecting back on 2022, y'all realized that even the first part of the season, even though it might have been the best of My Hero, even going back, the overhaul arc, y'all have gone back and realized like, okay, the production wasn't crazy, and
I still like it, but there's a few good episodes.
You go back and said like the series was like a 6.5, so like
Yeah.
Come on.
It's just the ending of the first part, bro. That's what did it, bro. The ending of the first part of the season. That was the issue.
I forgot how they split it up. What did they end it on? Like him leaving the school?
Like
Or in the
basically,
hospital?
no, it was like the villains like dipped type shit. They like escape type shit.
Well, going back to All Might for me at least, like, look, I still think he's more interesting now, but like even then, like even though I like All Might better now, I still never gravitated towards him. If that makes sense.
Oh,
I personally never gravitated towards those type of characters. Like I don't. I think I need more than just you want to do good.
you know what I think you're into though? Because you said you don't gravitate towards him like in the beginning because of how he is. More so how in the end when he's struggling. I feel like, and that's normal. It's normal to like this because like low-key, I kind of like how the story goes too. It's where you like to see the big hero start to fail.
Yes.
Yeah, conflict.
You like when the dude who is known as invincible, the light, you like when it's like tainted and then like he goes through like all the drama. But I feel like in terms of belief, All Might still like, yeah, granted, I mean, if you haven't seen My Hero already, spoiler, granted that this man like starts to obviously get weaker and weaker. He still has the same belief. It's just now he's like putting it on Midoriya to make the same decisions.
Yeah.
And then
Oh my bad. Go ahead.
and then it's just up to Midoriya to like, that's where we're all like, oh shit, Midoriya, like what are you gonna do? Like, whoa, you know, like you're not All Might, but you're fucking dealing with some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think my favorite example of like why I don't like Paragon protagonists like that is I like using the JoJo's protagonist, right? Because each part has a different protagonist. I feel like it's not a coincidence that Jonathan, the protagonist for part 1, the most righteous one out of all of them, is my least favorite JoJo out of all of them. Like I just don't relate to him, and the only reason, and it's probably one of the reasons why I dislike part 1 as much as I did back then, and how much like I think part 1's the worst part still. Like Jonathan, I think just like pulls it down, and Dio and the other antagonists, and even the side characters that come around like Speedwagon, those guys are like the ones who are carrying part 1 for me. And it's not until you get to Joseph, who is clearly flawed, when you get to Jotaro, who's clearly flawed. All the other protagonists in JoJo's are flawed in some way, and I prefer all those protagonists over the original, which is Jonathan. So
You also get the least amount of time with Jonathan as a protagonist, though.
That's true, but you get the least amount of time with him because there's not much to do with him, to be honest with you.
Not too much on Jonathan, man. Not too much.
But I see what you're saying, but also like when those characters are used in the best ways, they're supposed to be reactionary characters. So like if they're supposed to be the plot, whatever the main conflict, supposed to be driven by the world, supposed to be driven by the antagonist. But it's the fact that in part 1 you have good incarnate in Jonathan, who was honestly a product of the time of like big macho man like heroes that a lot of Japanese and just like action media was being based off in the time.
It's just the 80s.
Yeah, and then you have Dio, who like eventually becomes like just cartoonishly evil, and like you have like no complexity at all. You have no like conflict at all aside from Dio just wanting to ruin his life for like very menial reasons.
So I mean, do you? So real quick, I actually sorry to interrupt, but do you feel that way about the Reverse Flash as well in the Flash stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just curious. Continue.
No, it's the same. It's the same. Honestly, most superhero villains, in like the big two between Marvel and DC, like their backstories are pretty idiotic, but what's it called? Or like slight, especially some Spider-Man rogues. But also Spider-Man, even Spider-Man's the same way. Like Peter Parker, for the most part, is a pretty Paragon protagonist. The only time like he falters is sometimes like in the 2000s, some writers, and this just has to do with the fact that like they changed writers a lot, which puts it in a different realm of anime. But like he's consistently usually written as like a person who is going to save as many people as possible, is going to do whatever it takes to beat the bad guy. He is good for the sake of being good because of a traumatic event that he never wants to see replicated ever again. But the motivators in his story are always these antagonists that come through, and it's just like, yeah, I just want to fuck your life up. It comes in the form of like these different people or these different things that keep getting in the way of like his colliding lives. So you have things outside of the main character who make it interesting for the story, which is why like in a story like My Hero, or in a story like Dragon Ball, or in a story like even One Piece, to an example, which I'm not saying Luffy's a Paragon protagonist, but having a character that like has these central motives and isn't changed by the world and just like sticks on this path and is this one thing that the rest of the world isn't. In a lot of stories, if you have the world building enough, if you have the conflict, if you have the politics, that's what that story needs. I understand if you don't like it, but like,
no, I get it if it's like, oh my bad, you have something.
I was just gonna say, like, what do you think is like a good example of like a Paragon protagonist? Like, what's like a done right?
Honestly, Black Clover.
Black Clover.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think with some of the later complexities that comes in like the L4 arc, and from what I've heard of like post time skip, having someone like Asta, who is just like a good guy who doesn't really know the complexities nor really cares about the complexities of like some of the races, some of the history of the world, and even the power system to an extent. Like everything about Asta is basic as fuck, and that's like on purpose, because he's supposed to be like literally this like world-breaking person, hero, weapon, power system that like tears down everything that was complex before, all the politics that existed before, because he doesn't really give a fuck. He just wants to be he just wants to be Wizard King and be a good guy. So like something like that, I think is probably a really good example.
Yeah, what is it? I mean, I like Black Clover, but even in Black Clover, like with Asta, I always saw him as more of like a tool for the story. I still I never gravitated towards Asta either. Really, I always liked like Yami and like all the other like side characters more, or like I gravitated towards them more type shit.
That's because you're connected.
That's most anime. In most anime, the main character isn't the best character in the show, or people.
I don't know. So if you write the main character really well, and they're not like super good all the time, and they're not always righteous. There are some main characters where I love, like I mean, if you want to talk about Shonen Protagonists, I love Edward Elric because of the relatability factor and the fact that he knows that he did something wrong, and he also isn't trying to save the world. He just wants to bring his brother's body back, and that's it. And I gravitate towards.
Is he your favorite?
He's one of
your favorite in FMA?
Or in FMA? Yeah, because Edward Elric is my favorite by far, because literally like I see myself in him. Like I need the relatability factor.
Okay.
In terms of like,
hey man,
I'd say for most people coming out of FMA, it's Mustang. I'm not going. The cool factor in Mustang.
I mean, I get it if you think Mustang's your favorite character, but yeah,
so fire,
Edward Elric is actually my favorite character in FMA. Like I'm literally him type shit.
Okay. God. God damn it.
I was gonna ask, Ichiban, I know you like Black Clover a lot. What are your thoughts on the Asta thing?
It's hard to say, bro, because we can't forget that in the earlier series of Black Clover, like, because I haven't finished it, or like am I caught up, but this man's got a whole ass fucking demon inside him. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, he's got this no magic thing going on, but like that's because of this entity. So, I mean, he is simple-minded. I will say that. You know, he does follow the whole Paragon protagonist characteristic, but when it comes to how he treats his enemies, he will not hesitate to fuck them up.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I think that's my fault for cutting you off, but like I'm not gonna give him that as like complexity, because it's never shown in the world of Black Clover that like sparing enemies is even a thing.
Yeah. But still, like Asta himself, he does fall into that category. I don't think it's bad though. Like he doesn't do it like to a point where it's fucking like who else does it clearly? Like who's I can't think of anybody. Who's someone that like just is the That's your Paragon character. Whenever you say that word, or whenever like you're talking about it, like who is it? Who is it?
For me, or
Yeah.
let's go around. River, do you got
Goku.
something?
I think probably Tanjiro's a good one.
Oh, yep. I was gonna say him. Yeah.
I'd probably say Tanjiro.
Takamichi as well, just to
Are-
throw
are-
his name in the hat.
Are we naming good Paragon characters or just like what you think of?
Just
when you-
Paragon.
Like who comes to mind?
Tanjiro ain't
For me, it's Shirou Emiya from Fate Stay Night.
Shirou is also.
He literally is the epitome of why I dislike Paragon protagonists. He is one of my least favorite protagonists. Like he annoys the absolute
crazy.
shit out of me, bro. He's the reason why like I couldn't. There are some times where I can't get through Fate Stay Night or Unlimited Blade Works. I'm like, fuck this guy, bro. I love his dad way more, which is Kiritsugu. Like I love him way more in Fate
love
Zero.
his dad.
Yeah, his dad's way more interesting than Shirou.
The reason why I can't get that is because like, if you watch Fate Zero first,
No, I
and
didn't.
even watch,
I didn't.
and even watching Fate Stay Night, you are introduced to so many different ideologies that take into account the world, that take into account society, that take into account the realities of the Holy Grail. Some people know secrets about it that other people don't. Some people come from backgrounds or like places in history that is like might is right. Some people suffered because of ultimate power or whatever. So you already have like all these competing factions with like historical reasons, political reasons, social reasons and such. So to have a character that we're following who really just says, fuck all that. I won't be like you. Like it's not that that complex to me. Like I'm a good guy. I'm gonna be a good guy. You don't seem like you're a good guy,
dude. I get that. That's interesting to some people, but for me, it's like he frustrates me in the way that he plays the Holy Grail War so much, and I think the way that in Fate Zero, where you just see everyone play pretty much try to play chess or whatever, and seeing like Shirou just be like, nah, I just want to protect everyone and be good, and like I just want to do what's right. I'm like, bro, this is so fucking frustrating. I'm like, just play chess. Just like,
do you feel that way in real life?
In real life,
yeah. Do you value people who like live their life more by a moral compass, or leave their life more of like strategically trying to min max life essentially?
I think as long as you're like, for me at least, for people watching, I don't really put a lot of thought into this, but for me, as long as you're like a decent human being and you like leave me alone, like I'm cool.
I place my trap card, decent human being, good person, in these anime worlds that doesn't exist. So the type of person that you like, Archie, is in these. That is a Paragon.
Yeah, but
that is Shirou.
But this is
that
fiction,
is Deku.
though. This is fiction.
That is Tanjiro.
Yeah.
You're mad because you see the people that you like on screen.
Yeah.
It's funny because like
and you're not there.
I mean, why? But why would I want something I can get in real life in my fiction though?
Objection!
Why do you watch basic ass romance? Why do you watch basic ass romance? Like it's the same thing.
Not all of them are good. Like at first,
I mean,
it's fun seeing their journey.
In general, aren't you?
It's fun seeing their progression in their relationship and like them like becoming better people. That's interesting.
But why do that
Are
when
you
you could just
a
like
better person in real life right now?
Exactly. Why do that when you could just like get another friend group of people who aren't married and then watch them get married?
Because for starters,
What in the Adam 22?
But for starters, I actually like had a friend like go through a divorce type shit. So it doesn't really happen in my life that often. To see someone actually, yeah. So I need to get that through anime because I actually don't see that a lot in my life. People like I see more people like fall out of love than in love. So I think it's just filling the void of like I need a romance anime to like see people fall in love type shit.
What's okay. Like, yeah. I guess the opposite for me because like I just not only do I recognize like it's very easy for me to recognize like when a series is trying to build a world just like this is all evil, this is a cyberpunk ass world, this is a a dystopian as world, and we have this character that just comes in and they're just the beacon of light that everyone needs. Sometimes it's corny, sometimes it gets repetitive, sometimes it's not done the best like Tanjiro, sometimes it's the character doesn't meet their potential like a Deku. Sometimes the character can be super basic like a Asta, but in some of those characters I can still, especially like someone like a Shirou, where like the world building and the characterization is so in depth with everyone else, as well as like continuously giving the audience reasons as to why this person is like they are. Especially considering that his father is someone who was the complete opposite. His father was someone who was super calculated, super strategic, willing, like very, very Machiavellian or whatever the fuck. So like considering that, and then like the product we get from that is like an equal and opposite reaction in Shirou. It makes me really like him as a protagonist, because it's like you saw all this and you went left.
Yeah, pretty much. I prefer seeing some in anime someone who's more calculating and like and you see like him realize like towards the end of Fate Zero, he's like, oh shit, I fucked up, and then like he tries to like do better in life and stuff. So I prefer that type of character over a Shirou Emiya who is just trying to do good all the time, and he doesn't play the Holy Grail War like a normal person would play the Holy Grail War. You know what I mean?
So why do you like One Piece?
I don't.
Well, we can end the pod.
This is yeah. See you guys next time.
I think One Piece. Okay. I think One Piece is cool. But I don't think it's as amazing as everyone thinks it is. But that's just me.
Cause like I said, Luffy's not a Paragon protagonist, but he is a character who like stands in his ideals. He's not calculated. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He just kind of does. He just enforces his beliefs in ways that like, okay, he sees that like clear human rights are being discarded. Okay, I'm just gonna go beat those guys up. But he sees that like people who are close to him, or even someone like Gon, people who are close to him are being mistreated or being like are in danger of like dying. Okay, I'm gonna save them. I'm gonna go do that now. Like, and he just does that.
I'm a bit like surprised. Like, we haven't really talked about Naruto yet, which I think would be someone who, in my opinion, Naruto I think he would probably, really is like probably a Paragon protagonist, but I think he's probably, at least in my mind, the best example I can think of it being done well. I think like because of how it thematically plays into the story, because like with Naruto, it's like you see just how everyone around him and like a lot of the antagonists were just could have been the path Naruto went down, and you see the things he has to go through, but he still ends up going down the right path and sticking to his ideals, which I think is very dope to see. And then him also starting to understand others as he goes along. I think that playing into that with him is just very well done. I like how it kind of ties back into the actual themes of the show and stuff like that. So I feel like, at least for me, like he'd probably be the best version of it. I think done well, especially again because I think I kind of agree with Kardiac, where like if the rest of the world's like fucked and you have one person who's kind of bringing that light, and in Naruto's case bringing that understanding and trying to end the cycle of hatred, I think it's pretty dope and beautiful per se type shit.
That's all Talk No Jutsu is. It's just like him explaining like after a fight, after they battle their ideas out physically, like also going to an ideological, thank you, like conversation or breakdown or whatever, and like coming to mental blows or coming to verbal blows of like, okay, we came from the same life, like a lot of our life aspects between him and Haku, between him and Gaara, him and Sasuke, him and Pain, him and like whoever, Obito, most of the antagonists in the series, like it's supposed to be that reflection of like we came from similar life experiences, but somehow after all of this, after my village being destroyed, after me being an orphan, after me being poor, after me sharing half my screen time with Sakura, after me like having my friends die, after being thrusted into this war, like I'm still positive. I still want to be Hokage, a dream that like half of the antagonists gave up on. I'm still like with my original squad mates. I'm still fighting for my original village. I still have my dream. I didn't let the world break me. There's a beauty in that. And granted, it has to be done correctly. And we're talking about like literally one of the greatest mangaka of all time, one of the greatest anime of all time, sure. But
you know what it is? I'm realizing, like, you know what? I think I like good characters if they don't start good. Like, I would prefer if they started off like low in terms of like, oh, I'm not a great person, and he goes into like being a good person. Because I just triggered a memory of like, I used to really like this anime called Black Cat. It's a really niche-ish manga / anime. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but the main character, Train, he was not a good guy. He was an assassin. He straight up will kill someone for hire. He's a mercenary. And he was brutal. Then he meets this girl that changes his life, and he's like, maybe I do see the good in the world or whatever. And I love that story so much because he ends up being a good guy later on due to his experiences with other people. And I just prefer that type of story of like, in the second half of the anime, he's actually like a really good guy. Honestly, a Paragon protagonist in the second half, but he didn't start that way. He was a mercenary, a killer, and he was cold-blooded, but he saw the light. And I just prefer that type of story of a main character over just starting out all good and holy type shit.
So like redemption type beat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Could you argue that like Yusuke is similar to that?
A little bit, I guess, yeah. In a way, I would say, for sure. He starts off as a delinquent that didn't care about people, and then he realizes, wait, I do care about people. And he like, you know, hey, this isn't a spoiler. He dies in the first episode, so I mean, he dies for it.
Whoa! Hey!
Oh my God, Archie, why would you say that?
He says spoiler after he says it, like, bro.
Like,
He dies
bro,
the first
like I've
episode.
only seen
Spoiler,
2
by the
anime.
way. Spoiler,
Hey,
by the
man.
way, but
Come on,
Yo,
man.
hey, Leaf, can you make a GIF of Kardiac's reaction to that? That was hilarious.
I just wasn't making any sound. It's just like,
you just like.
but yeah, that's literally Yusuke's thing. But also it's a misrepresentation. So I think that partially, you know, I just recently watched Toradora, so I'm applying everything from that anime to everything else I watched. I think part of Yusuke's story is the fact that both himself and the people around him, mainly the outside world, misunderstand who he is. Because like it's very evident, like from the beginning, that he's not like truly a delinquent. Like he fights and stuff, sure, like he has a temper, but like from the very beginning, he cares about people. He doesn't really learn to care about people. He doesn't really learn to be selfless. He's always been that person. I think part of the reason why people see it as more of a redemption than it actually is because we don't see much of his life before he dies. Like you said, it happens in episode 1. What's it called? And sometimes there are references back to it. If I'm not mistaken, there are a few like flashbacks that they do within the first arc or so. Not the first arc, like the second arc probably. But like right before the tournament. The fuck? What was in my mouth? Anywho,
crazy. Absolutely.
I don't know. I just felt something like.
Oh my god!
Yo.
No.
Whoa.
What's in my mouth? Oh shit!
Okay.
Oh,
yo.
Hey,
It was not that
yo, what
You can
the
do an
fuck?
instant replay. It was not that crazy. It was not that crazy. Oh,
Run
Hey,
it back.
but-
Run it back.
but partially, I think he was that person all along. He just needed the events to happen of him dying and going to the spirit world and doing all this bullshit with niggas, to bring it out of him more. So I don't know. Even to an extent, I don't think Yusuke changes much throughout the course of. I just think he like his already existing personality traits that he hid because of whatever reason before the anime started just came out more.
You can argue like he kind of changed in a way where instead of like trying to be hard and like you know shield his true self around people, he's like becoming the person he always was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think like with him, and I think you could also throw Ichigo in there. They're both like they wouldn't be the type of people that would go out of their way to like save the world, but they're kind of forced into that position because of people around them, you know, they have to protect them, and then by that metric, they're then forced into basically saving the world, even though that wouldn't be something they would go out of their way and do just off the strength normally. They're kind of forced to do that, and then forced to react. They're not going out of their way to do it. They're reacting to other events around them. I think that almost makes them a bit unique in a way compared to a lot of these other, you know, protagonists that we bring up. But I think, again, I guess they're kind of under the same kind of realm of, okay, they're somewhat Paragon. They're just done differently in a unique way compared to the others. Type shit.
Yeah.
Mr. Bond.
You know, he said Mr. What? What did you call me?
Mr. Bond.
You know, James Bond.
All right, we're gonna have to talk backstage about that one. So
Sorry,
just
sir.
pay attention to that. All right, who's that guy from My Hero? Damn, he's got the He's basically like the Flash, pretty much. Motherfucker's the Flash. What's his name?
Lita.
Yeah, there we go. I think he's a very big Paragon.
Yeah, Lita.
Yeah, this man is he does not flex or bend in any way. Like, he doesn't do anything. I don't think he does anything bad.
Well, he does. What his brother does?
Yeah,
and he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, Stain.
Yeah, I was about to say the Stain moment was not very Paragon. I'm not gonna lie. I was lying.
Yeah, no, that was like a rage moment.
Yeah.
Okay, but he didn't do anything though.
I mean, was he actually gonna? Did he actually say he was gonna kill him though?
He said he was gonna get revenge for his brother.
Yeah.
I think by revenge he meant bring him into like justice, like the prison.
Yeah.
No, the whole point.
If he was gonna bring him to justice, why did he not like call for help?
That's the point.
He wanted to do it himself.
It was so selfish of him to be like.
Yeah, the point of that arc is that like he took it into his own. He went out of character because usually he would be a Paragon kid. Like that's his character. He's student. He's the president of the class. He's this uppity guy. He comes from a good family, but like he finally saw some tragedy in his life, and now he has an opportunity to be selfish, to strike out on the path, to not do what's responsible, and go against Stain put his brother, who was a professional hero for multiple years, in the hospital. He knew that he wasn't gonna kill Stain. It was a rage moment. The whole point of that arc is like, yeah, sometimes like there are personal feelings that are gonna come in the way, and you have to make a decision as a hero to do what's best, even if you don't have, even if it puts you in a disadvantage, even if you have to sacrifice your own personal feelings. Which is why there were consequences to that, because he struck out, and because of that, Todoroki and Deku came, and both Todoroki and Deku couldn't do any internships for the rest of the arc, and it got Gran Torino's license taken. So yeah.
Shit, yeah, that's fair.
Bitch. Let me stop. Damn.
This guy, yo.
I forgot. I think I forgot about that arc. Bro, if this dog. That's why I keep muting him, because this dog just barks. So.
Beyond that though, he is a Paragon Paragon character. He's nowhere near.
Yeah, but beyond that.
Yeah, I think though, because after that happens, maybe that's why I forgot about it. Because after that happens, he just goes right. He's
basically out the show.
He just does nothing happens. Yeah, nothing happens.
Well, yeah, but he definitely like was back to normal. Like that is true.
Yeah, he doesn't change. He just goes right back into character.
Yeah. Now, actually, yeah, he does get a little bit more screen time when they have to go rescue Bakugo, because that's after that as well.
Okay.
I really like that. I really like that arc. Those 4 episodes were like movie level quality to me.
Wait, Kardiac. Did the anime go downhill after that though? I feel like it went.
That's the end of season 2 or 3.
I think it's end of 3.
If it's end of 3, then yeah, because Overhaul was botched.
Overhaul was pretty good, man. Not too much on the Overhaul arc, man.
They did hold Mirio.
They hold Mirio, and they didn't even give Kirishima like his full treatment.
It was still good though. Not too much.
Let's turn this to a My Hero pod real quick.
You got River all on easy. You got River all on easy. Look at him shaking.
Bro, look, because No, it's not, bro. Because I actually like when I was watching that arc like weekly, I was like enjoying it, but at the same time, I don't know. I hadn't. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I think I would still enjoy it today if I was watching it again. Type shit.
And I was saying this yesterday, and was it yesterday that y'all did a stream, or the other day?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah, I was saying this in the stream yesterday, and this also kind of ties back into Paragon Protagonists, because I think a lot of times whenever we think back on anime, or like, okay, like, you know, we're in the field of like trying to quantify, okay, we liked this, but like, how good is it really? Whenever we come to talk about it with other people, and sometimes we try to take like an objective approach of, okay, taking out the hype, taking out the fan service, taking out the fact that like this is something that we dislike generally or that we like generally. How good is it really? But like, that's a part of it. Like the hype, the favoritism, that's a part of it. Like if we had a conversation and Archie was like taking out the fact that like I don't like Paragon Protagonists, and I like complexity and people who like, and people who think it's a really good anime. Like if he did that, like that wouldn't be his rating. It wouldn't be his ranking or whatever. So I think in terms of like whether Paragon, whether you like or dislike Paragon Protagonists or whatever, like if you don't fuck with Demon Slayer specifically because like Tanjiro has no complexity to his character and he's just a goody two shoes, then say that. Like that's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's not just Tanjiro, but you know, he's one of them for sure.
Yeah.
But
also acknowledge that specifically season 3 did him a massive disservice by separating him from the rest of the trio.
Bro, I'm telling you, yo, me and River had this conversation where Zenitsu and Inosuke really balance out Tanjiro so well. Like it makes him more bearable. You know what I mean? Like
it was said after season 1 that like the taking out Tanjiro specifically, or taking out Zenitsu specifically, and saying that like, and evaluating them as a specific character, that's kind of disingenuous, because like putting all 3 of them together, they have the qualities of like a Senku or a Toma or whatever, like the average shonen protagonist.
Yeah, they just so happen to be split up into those like 3 people.
Yeah, and then why? Because okay, so whoever, you know, the person who fucking wrote the fucking manga, right? They're gonna know what they did when they did that. So why the fuck are you separating them? That is so
bad writing.
Goofy.
I mean, theoretically, if you're a good enough writer, what you would do is eventually separate them, but you would have the characters themselves. Like that would be a character moment that they realize that they would realize, like, oh, there's this in-universe thing that Zenitsu always does to help me that I can't do right now, so I then need to grow. So in terms of that,
instead, like, he just like magically was able to do it instead.
Yeah, and with no,
like,
no problems,
Zenitsu does the breathing. Let me just do it.
I mean, it's
exactly.
It's the same
Bro,
concept
that was fucking insane.
It's the same concept like was in, what is it? In both Kuroko and Haikyuu, they kind of delve into like I need to be able to do things on my own because I can't always rely on
be stronger for myself.
Yeah, exactly. Both Kagami in Kuroko and Hinata in Haikyuu both come to this realization of like, I cannot depend on this guy all the time because they're gonna get tired. What if something happens to them? I need to be able to fight.
We're gonna be on different teams eventually.
Like, and both of them are like, all right, I'm gonna work on myself. And you know, both Kuroko and Kagami like understood like, yep, they have to get stronger. You know what I mean? And that means I need to get stronger for myself too. So it's
Naruto does it. Naruto does.
There you go.
Like Naruto does it when he comes back to the village and like he realizes that like everybody else got stronger and he just came up with a bigger Rasengan. So like he realized that's what drove him to like between that and then of course old dude dying like came in like, okay, bet I need to master Sage Mode because this is something that's like really gonna make sure that I am still in position to do what I need to do to protect my village.
Rasen sure came before that too.
Another Rasengan.
I mean, but that one was different though. That one was different. It was a different ability.
I mean, I guess because it came from Daddy or whatever.
I guess, yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's just Demon Slayer's lack of writing. But I don't think that's a determinant on
like separating in general. Like,
Because that would have been something to explore at the very end when it was like, oh, I can either save my sister or I can kill this nigga. If I had the speed, like if when he was doing his inner monologue, if he would have said, man, if I were as fast as Zenitsu, or if like I had Zenitsu here, he'd be able to just like go back and forth and just like get her because he's that fast. And then like if that's what propelled him to like, okay, let me unlock a new gear and kill this guy and then try to save my sister, and then it would be too late, but then she still survived, even that would have been better, like character development.
I would have loved that way more if he's like, okay, how does it need to do this breathing? And then he tries to do it and then it works. I'm like, that is so much better than what the fuck we got. Like, like honestly.
It just kind of happened, but
I don't
know. Bad writers write bad series.
Exactly. Fuck 'em.
Damn, that's wild.
I mean, it is what it is, man. Hey, not everyone can be the Oda, or not everyone can be the Araki. Not everyone can be them. So
yeah, but I say that to say it's not just the archetype. It's the writer.
True. Hey, you know what? I'll admit that. It's also like how the writer like puts in position those type of characters, type shit. I'll admit that for sure. It's not just the character; it's whoever's writing them. Togashi.
Yeah. Shout out to Togashi, man.
Nah, you guys are just haters. You guys are just haters.
On what specifically?
They just have no class. That's what it is. They just like to hate.
Ichiban loves ass pulled the anime. Makes sense.
It's okay, Archie. It's okay, bro.
I
understand.
The JoJo fan. What?
What do you mean? There's.
Come on, bro.
What are you talking
about? A stand to stop time.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
And there's also you also have to play into account the ripple in every living thing too. You have to play into the ripple and the hormone that creates the ripple type shit.
Nah. If they want to be creative, they wouldn't have wrote Jonathan.
Yeah. No, I've been saying Jonathan's like the least like one of the worst parts of JoJo.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
All right, this guy.
Hold on, bro. God damn.
Yeah, bro.
Anything you say is wrong.
Type shit.
Facts. Yeah. Close your mouth.
Shout out to the dicks out your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Close your mouth. Okay. So like going from that, right? Do we think that other protagonists are just better? And like what's the comparison like if we're comparing Paragon protagonists to other protagonists that aren't fucking Paragon? So like Octagon protagonists type shit.
Octagon.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
I think so. This happens in like basketball spaces sometimes, where you'll say like, okay, relative to era, they were an efficient shooter. Relative to like their position, they're a great rebounder or whatever the fuck. So yeah, stick to the feet. What's it called? Like when it comes to evaluating like characters or whatever, if we're trying to do it objectively, I think the best way to do it is like, okay, what does this series require? The world that they're in, like what do they like? If you put Eren in the world of Haikyuu, it's like, okay, we don't need this. We don't need someone this.
Or do we?
No, we don't need someone this edgy. We don't need someone this caliber. We don't need someone with these complexities. I'll do a closer example. If you put Eren in the world of like 86, right? I don't think that series works as well as it does because Eren would just be the type of nigga to just like eventually be like once he were to realize, very similar to Attack on Titan, once he were able to realize like the plight that his people truly like were going through or whatever, he would have just obtained the strength or like rallied people around to start an uprising and a revolution, and would become a completely different series. So when it comes to evaluating characters, like don't hold them to standards of like another series that you just like what that story is telling more. Like a series is going to tell the story that they need to tell, that the writer wants to tell, that the animators want to do, and just evaluate it on that. Now, if they don't do it good enough, like if you don't think that Deku tells the story of how Deku became the greatest hero and how the world of My Hero is complex, if you don't think that he fits even that great enough, then that's what makes him fall flat. If you don't think that Tanjiro shows if you don't think that Tanjiro does anything to change the balance of like how demons think of Demon Slayer or humans, and humans think of demons, and you think that that's the story that Demon Slayer is trying to tell, then he's not that good to you. But don't transplant niggas from one series to another to compare them.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. At the end of the day, it's like, do you just like him or not? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's ultimately what it comes down to, dude. Do you like him or not? Type shit.
But I guess also going from that, like it does seem like it is a bit more difficult to use a Paragon protagonist and make the story kind of at the caliber of others that the protagonist isn't a Paragon protagonist because of their complexity. Because at the end of the day, like, the main character is the one that the show is generally going to revolve around for the most part. So like, you need something there. And yes, well, Paragon can work. It kind of relies on, you almost have to have like an idea of like, okay, how am I going to use this to kind of benefit this story? And if you kind of just fail to kind of do that, then you don't really have much to work around because the character's fucking gonna be boring. But if you have a character that's not a Paragon protagonist with more complexity, you have more to work with, I think, and then that can. I mean, most of my favorite anime don't have Paragon protagonists. I think that says something. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Yeah. I mean, also, if you're not a Paragon protagonist, that doesn't mean you're complex. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, look at Denji. Yeah. Look at Denji. Like, he's not a Paragon character, but he's not exactly like complex. He's not boring.
Oh my god.
He is not boring. He's just not complex. He's just different. He's weird. He's different.
Yeah, he's different, boring. He's a different type of boring.
Specifically to Denji though, I would. Well, okay, we're going off of anime. Yeah, he's not. I just had to remember.
Yeah.
No, but I what is it? I do like the fact that they're trying something different though. In terms of like in Battle Shonen, it's like they're not giving us the goody two shoes character that wants justice or whatever. At least Denji, to me, the reason why like I keep my eye on him is, you know, manga aside, right? Like in anime, like I think he's at least got something different than the other type of protagonists that have been coming out in the past few years.
You could argue Itadori is a bit different as well, I think.
Itadori,
yeah, he's not a Paragon at all.
Yeah, I guess.
What you mean? What you mean? I guess.
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know much about Itadori to really have a.
I mean, you could also argue.
Yeah.
You know, Gojo isn't a Paragon protagonist. You know, because Gojo.
Oh, not at all. No,
not at all.
And especially in this backstory, I think we're kind of seeing that even Gojo had to grow into. Well, and I wouldn't. Even in season 1, do y'all think that he like truly cares about like humankind or like protecting people?
No.
Honestly, I don't know what his motivations really are at this point. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, he just be doing shit.
Yeah, he's
honestly,
he's just the strongest person. And he just does what he wants to do.
I think from what I got is Gojo's just following what his family's been doing for generations. So
I mean,
he's kind of just following into that.
His family,
right? Is that not right? Am I reading it wrong?
Gojo?
Did I read that wrong?
Gojo's family?
Did I read that wrong?
I guess you don't know much about his family yet, but
I'm about to say, well, yeah. Not only do we not know much about his family, at least this point, you know, in the anime.
I was just assuming based off of like certain things I saw, like it doesn't matter. Go ahead.
No, they value him. Like his family values him. They showed that in like a little bit of the backstory for him and Toji in the last episode. But yeah, like beyond that, like nah, he just has the Limitless and the 6 eyes.
Yeah.
That's really it.
That's kind of it.
But like, I think with him it's like, yes, he kind of does whatever he wants, but he is like trying to help. Like he's not like, I would say there's part of him that wants to help generally. Like he definitely has, like what he usually, yes, he does what he wants, but what he usually decides to do does help in some way. So I guess like he has, well, he's not Paragon. He has some sort of morals. A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In season 1, it comes across as more so of just like anything that the upper jujutsu old people say. He's just gonna do the opposite of that, because that's his main what's it called, like motivation so far, of like he just hates them old niggas and just wants to kill them.
He just fucking like he's a rebel type shit. He's a rebel.
Yeah, that's literally that. If anything, that's the only motivation he has currently.
Oh
He's
my
6'3",
God.
by the way. He's 190 centimeters.
We basically the same.
You're not 6'3". I fail to believe that you're 6'. Yeah, you can't even lie your way into that.
Yeah, I'm like 6'1", 6'1".
I don't believe that. I believe you're messy height.
I think
I'm
you're
not.
6.
I'm not.
I
Bro.
think you're. I'll believe it if you said you were 6 foot. I'm like, I can see that.
No, 5'7".
I'm not 5'7".
5'6".
He should probably gonna come in here. He probably gonna troll me, but he knows that shit.
Yeah.
Mr. Bond?
River, you are not fucking 6'3", my guy.
I know I'm not 6'3". I'm not. I'm 6. I'm 6.
He's 5'7", right? He's 5'7".
Yeah, River's 4 foot from nothing. That's what he is.
This is disgusting.
He's dribbling. His body is going under people's
So-
legs while he's dribbling.
Would you say he's the height of a bad bitch? Is that what you would say?
What the fuck?
I'm not Alex. I'm not Alex. Stop.
What
Oh
the fuck?
my god! I did hear that Alex is super short as well. I did hear
As
that.
well. You think I'm short?
On
River,
top
I'm
of you.
I'm taller than you.
You're not taller than me,
I'm taller than you, bro.
bro. You're a funny guy, buddy.
Hey,
You're a
hey,
funny guy,
How tall are
buddy.
you? How tall are you?
Hey, real quick for the Patreon, when we go to DreamCon, can we do height checks as
We
part of
can.
the-
We can.
Yeah, we can.
Patreon
that.
height checks, bro.
Archie, bro, I'm gonna be towering over you, buddy. Okay.
Whoa, pause.
Nah, I know. Archie.
Pause. Pause, bro.
Bro, this man.
I'm the size of an average American.
I'm average.
5'8".
This is average.
Yeah, I'm about the same. 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, I'm like 5'8". Yeah, type shit.
Okay.
On my money, I'm 7 foot.
Bro, we were just talking to KT about this. You don't remember the other pod? And he was like, "Yeah, I feel short because Caleb and River, because he was like 5'10".
I mean,
He's-
that's because you were riding on Caleb's back the entire time.
Yeah, I was like,
Alright,
you're-
okay.
I was like, you were on top of Caleb.
When you're getting a piggyback 24/7, I mean, I guess you're.
Okay, alright, buddy. I mean,
Or y'all were probably doing.
just because Caleb's 6'5". I mean, it's a little bit of. But
Yeah,
it's
y'all
still-
were probably doing that thing from Home Alone where they were like standing in the coat jacket and like standing on top of each other.
Yeah.
to
Okay.
form, like, one normal
Oh,
person
yeah.
size.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, even worse. River was doing the Ratatouille, where he's on his head type
Oh
shit,
my God.
trying to look at his hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, this- I can't wait till we have pictures. I can't wait. Let's just take a picture.
Hey yo, you need
Yeah,
pics?
He said
Right.
eagle.
You taking self pics or you hiring somebody?
I mean, I can find a video of me and Ichiban, but that's the whole. We can show that after the pod.
Yo,
You said after the
yo, you do not need to be filming those videos.
Pause.
Relax.
On that couch?
No, remember with the video we did the Asian hate dance? Like
Oh,
stop
yeah.
Asian hate dance.
What? Excuse me? What?
It was the stop.
He
It was
left
the
out the
stop
top
Asian
part
hate
at
dance.
first. He
Yeah,
said the
Yeah,
Asian hate dance.
we're a part of a cult where not.
I was like, I'm right here. Like,
It was
I'm
like
right
stop
here, guys.
Asian hate dance. Yeah.
Oh my god, bro! I remember fucking doing that. You better delete that.
Yo, I'm like, yeah. You guys know you hired.
Oh, it is. I found it.
Oh my! Show it later. Show it later.
The Asian hate dance swoop.
What? The...
Bro.
He name dropped it. That's crazy.
Great.
Because Dan and Timmy created it, so it's a whole.
Yeah.
Is this making it? Is this making it in the cut?
I don't
Is
know.
this making?
River, you better cool out before I leak the address.
Nah, I'm gonna show him after. I'll show him after. This is post pod activities,
I was like, bro, we are just talking. Like, what are we doing?
bro. Because you
Yeah.
can see the height
You
difference
concept.
in this video.
You can. Oh, I'm River. I'm River the Flow Guy. You can see my fucking nuts in my mouth. Look at you.
Oh my god.
Anyways, man. So yeah, but I think like characters like you could throw like the Aarons of the world, the Thorfinns of the world, the gosh damn
the Light Yaga.
yeah, Light.
Wait.
Tenma, the Luge. Well, Tenma low-key is a bit of a Paragon protagonist. Y'all think Tenma's a Paragon protagonist?
No. I personally would. He's more. No, I wouldn't say
So
that.
that's Monster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's more complex than that. He wants he wants.
He is, but like at the same time.
Yeah.
You could be.
Like,
I feel like you could be a
good.
complex Paragon protagonist, can't you?
I mean, you can have depth, but there's no.
Or is that an oxymoron type shit?
I'm gonna
It's
go.
kind of an oxymoron.
I'm gonna go with no. He's not a Paragon protagonist.
Okay.
If I had to, I would go with no personally.
Okay. Well, anyways, Okabe. Shit, bro. I feel like you know what I'm saying? Like these guys are these are some of when you ask people, okay, who are the best main characters? I feel like generally, unless they're a shonen head, they gonna name characters that aren't Paragon protagonists. Generally.
I'm glad you said shonen head because that's true.
Guts. People. Everybody say Guts. I know. Show he ain't a Paragon protagonist.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you want to talk about the exact opposite of a Paragon protagonist.
My boy,
Yeah.
Guts is definitely.
Even Luffy, because Luffy's not a Paragon. And people say Luffy.
Oh yeah, Luffy's not a Paragon.
I mean, but Luffy's not a Paragon. Yeah.
Is Mushishi? Has anyone read Vagabond?
Oh, you meant in Vagabond. I thought you meant like Mushishi the anime. I was like,
No,
what
Musashi.
about-
Wait,
Musashi.
wait, what? Is that the main character's name in
Vagabond?
Musashi.
In Vagabond?
Musashi.
I heard it was
Musashi.
Musashi. Yeah.
You said Fushigi?
Fushigi.
I don't know what I said.
Fushiguro.
Cut it out. Let me stop. But I don't know which. I don't know how complex his morality gets. So maybe that one. I don't know.
You sniffing around here for? Can I help you? This dog, man.
You want me to sniff your butt? Is that what you want?
No, this dog is over here. Now he's just sniffing.
Yeah, I am a dog.
That reminds me of a joke from Elemental. I mean, because okay, so in every Pixar movie, you know how they do a short of like a Pixar property before the movie.
Yeah.
The short before Elemental is an up short, and it's between the main character, I forgot his name, and his talking dog.
Yeah.
And he's finna go on a date, and the dog was like, "Hey, bruh, get your shit together. You're about to go on this date. Stop overthinking. You're gonna sniff her behind. You're gonna tell her you love her."
What the fuck?
It
That
is the funniest shit.
That's crazy, yo. I love that dog.
Mind you, Pixar movie, so like it's just a bunch of kids in the audience, and they're just like giggling it up.
Were you giggling?
It's funny. I don't care. I was laughing.
I mean, it's funny. Yeah, that's funny. It's funny for all ages. Actually, maybe not Archie. He is a grandpa, but that shit.
What? I find butt stuff hilarious. What you mean? Shout out everything everywhere all at once. I was fucking laughing my ass off.
I still need to watch that movie.
I'm not gonna. I don't think you'll understand it. I'm not gonna-
I heard it was absolutely amazing.
So
It is.
Do we agree that like generally speaking, Paragon protagonists are probably the down on the totem pole of protagonists? Is that the general consensus?
Wait,
On average, they are, like you said, because they're so hard to write for. But not.
I have been trying to say this for the longest, but I can't because of certain things keep happening. One with the dog, and then others just you guys are talking about something important. But Paragon protagonist, man, if you don't quit, get off. Oh my god, stop. You better relax.
The other things are attacking. The other.
Okay, all right. Sorry. I feel like they provide a sense of balance and freshness to the anime whenever there's something like, because I definitely feel that sometimes in certain arcs or certain instances in anime that things get dramatic and dark, and the Paragon protagonist kind of provides that refreshing, like you get a breather from all the fucking dramatic backstories and so on and so forth.
Right.
to where you want to keep watching it. You're not overwhelmed, and you're also not like there are certain points where if you've been watching anime as long as we have, where when the dramatic scenes come up, you're just like maybe after like half the episode or like half the story that they're explaining, you're like, okay, yeah, we get it. You know, you're like, all right, I've pretty much figured out why you are the way you are. The Paragon will also come back and be like, but there's another way. And that gives you that like sense of, you know, I wish we had more people like that, where no matter how bad things got, there is always a better way of doing something instead of the easy way out, which would probably be, oh, let's just kill him, or let's just end it all, or let's just, like, we don't have to take the easy way out. We can always take the more healthy way out. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of provide that sense of just like, okay, I see what you're saying, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Would you guys consider Batman a Paragon character?
I was gonna say that. Oh my god, I was gonna say that because thinking about the characteristics of a Paragon protagonist, the only, like, bro, Batman, I know it's not anime, I didn't want to bring it up because it wasn't anime, but bro, Batman might be a Paragon protagonist.
I was
No.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, I don't think he is, but if he is, he would be the only like Paragon protagonist I actually like.
Because there's an inherent like positivity that needs, and granted, there's like a hidden positivity of Batman. He loves to protect, like he wants to protect life. That's all that's all Bruce Wayne is for. But like, there's an inherent like trying to brighten up the world with it, right?
Oh,
like
okay.
I wouldn't call Daredevil. Yeah, I wouldn't call Daredevil just because he has a no-kill rule and he's like for the positivity of people and it would like sacrifice his life to save people. I wouldn't call him a Paragon because like he struggles with when you have that urge to kill, when you have that like when the only thing that's keeping you, that you think is keeping you from becoming like the bad guy is the fact that you don't kill, at that point it's not positive. You're not killing out of positivity. You're not even killing out of the greater good. You're just killing because you think that you'll become the thing that you're trying to stop.
So when Batman like has that code of like, oh, I'm not killing regardless of the situation, that's not like, he's still not a Paragon character because like he's just got that darkness inside of him still.
Yeah,
like,
because the only reason why he like has that rule is because he's like, he knows that if I kill one person, like Gotham is just so corrupt, I'm just gonna kill all these niggas because like I'm gonna put it within my mind that like in some way, shape, or form somebody's gonna become the bad guy. So why not stop him before?
But I feel like as much as, because I also do see what you're saying, like I do believe that he has that rule because of that reason, but I also believe that because this man believes that all the villains are sick, he believes that they're sick, but he just, if you don't give up on them, they'll eventually get better. Like he believes that as well, like just not giving up. But I do also see why he wouldn't be one, just because of the methods that he uses wouldn't be as the same as Superman, I guess. But if you think about it, Superman can hear everybody and see everything. So who's to say he's not like using it unethically? Yeah, like what the fuck?
What?
No, don't worry about it.
Unethically, to find
Crazy.
the villain.
Crazy.
That is crazy. We're not gonna let that slide. We're not.
Is that what you would use it for?
No, I'm just saying like I was trying to finish the sentence. I thought we had
What kind of sick joke do you think this is?
Okay, Jiraiya. All right, Jiraiya.
Yeah,
okay, buddy.
We got two Jiraiya's in here. We got one named Archie and another named Kardiac.
All right, Sanji. Okay.
Is that not unethical?
It is.
Okay. Let me make sure it's still picking up.
I can't even remember what I was saying for you to think that would finish.
Anyways, continue. Tight shit.
Okay, yeah, but like Batman, bro, he believes everything good. He believes everything can also be corrupted, and I think that's why he's not a Paragon protagonist, because I think a Paragon protagonist, like how Tanjiro is, like he thinks everybody will be able to make it out and everybody will stay intact. But Batman believes like no, like these people have like they're human. You can get fucked up in the head as easily as anybody else. So he's gonna have like a plan behind like quote unquote betraying like his friends and all that.
Yeah, he believes in equal positivity as well as equal darkness in everybody.
Right.
I see the formula. I see the vision.
Yeah. I
But
see
realize.
Realize that shit.
Come on.
I guess like overall, when we're coming down to Paragon protagonists, I think when it comes to my like characters, I prefer a little darkness in them, just a little bit.
A little bit of darkness.
Yeah.
There's darkness inside of you.
Exactly. You know.
You like that shit.
I have to fight urges sometimes.
You're a fucking freak.
Like 24/7. Hey, there are some times where I have like super like thoughts, and I'm like, why did I just think that? And I'm like, okay, I should just not like do anything.
Okay, we're not gonna admit to crimes this
I was
Friday
about to
morning. We're not doing that.
Yo, relax, Archie. Relax. Show the ring, bro. Show the ring.
Yeah. Hey, you're right. I got the goodness, guys. I got the goodness inside.
Whoa, was it on? Whoa, was it not on?
Yo!
I got the goodness.
Whoa!
No wonder you was having those
The
evil
ring
thoughts.
was off.
Hey,
He took
Taking
off
it off is great.
Honestly, I think I spilled coffee on it earlier, and it was like sticky on me.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me go ahead and make this call real quick.
This is
Let me go ahead and
crazy.
Make this call real quick.
He's gonna call his wife. Yo, Archie took off.
Tyrone.
Why, River? Why the?
He's calling Ichiban crazy.
Why the? Okay. I can help you.
Yo, so Archie didn't have his ring on.
He didn't have it on.
No,
What a fucking scumbag!
I know, right? How do you feel about that as his wife?
I should find his address and then send a letter.
No, you live with him. You're his wife.
Why am I his wife? I don't like the joke.
This is falling apart. This is falling apart. Abort.
Abort mission.
Abort the mission.
I had to help some dog. It's okay. I had to help my dog.
Archie, your wife's gonna be mad when he gets home.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Next time.
Oh my gosh. Okay, man.
I don't like that you called me, River. The fuck are you calling me for?
I didn't call you. What do you mean? I called Archie's wife.
There you go.
You
Hey.
having Archie's wife's number is the funniest shit.
Bro, if you do end up finding your number, bro, I'll be like, yo, this is creepy as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, this is
No, Ichiban might, bro.
I probably can.
crazy.
It's like I'm Archie's coworker and former boss. Just want to introduce myself because I pay your bills.
That's crazy. I pay your bills is insane.
Yo,
I pay your bills.
Like what reason is there to it's either that or like, hello, Archie died while doing a podcast. I just wanted to let you know.
Dang.
He won't be at home today.
yeah, I'll do an exact like script right now on how it would go down.
Okay, bad.
Ring, 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 ring. Hello, this is Mrs. Archie. I'm gonna be like, hello, ma'am. I have some disturbing news in order to share with you. Please do not hang up. It has to do with your husband. Oh my God, what's going on? Sorry to say, but your husband didn't have his ring on. For reasons unknown, I'm just letting you know to inform you and to keep you updated with this man. Who are you? What happened? And then I'm just gonna hang up. Yeah, I'm just hang up, and then she's gonna come home and she's gonna beat your ass.
Yo, you know what's crazy? She's gonna be like, yo, who's the woman? And I'll be like, oh, it was a bunch of dudes. And be like, oh.
You're like, oh, I'm not surprised.
It's like, why? Why, Archibald? Why wasn't your ring up? I thought you left me.
I've never took my ring off once.
You know what? Actually, to make it more interesting, I could be like, oh yeah, he went to the. I'm this one guy he comes to in the red light district every day to see, and I figured out.
Red light district.
And then make it seem like this man Archie having an affair with other guys.
Oh my gosh. He got his dick cut off by a freaking upper moon, bro. Like, what?
Gee, it's you. It's
Oh.
you. Ew.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the he is me. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, I'm him. Type shit.
What the?
Okay.
Look, if you made it to this part of the pod, you must love us because we're just chatting at this point. Like,
I think, in all honesty, River is the Paragon protagonist in our group. I think that's
How?
where,
I think so. He does have a lot of tendencies to be like, I'm too cool for school, guys. You know, I'm not gonna.
yeah, pretty much.
What are you
Pretty
talking
much.
about?
River, you don't
If
drink.
anything, that
you
did.
don't smoke.
How's it
Yo, I've been trying to freaking get this pod idea off of us ranking like the top 10 like guy baddies.
I don't want to.
I can't do it.
Like, what?
I can't
what?
do it, guys. I'm too
I
cool to do that.
wouldn't want to do that either.
I'm way too.
I-
Yeah, okay.
Apparently everyone's too cool for it, man. I don't know.
I wouldn't want to do that either.
Man. Alright. Hey, man.
So
Alice
River, you
on
don't
board?
drink, you don't smoke, you're vegan because of animal cruelty, and which is, shouts out to you for that, but also like
Is that why?
you're just
Yeah.
Well, it's for dieting.
nah, he's raw as hell. Look at him. Look at him. What a shining beacon of light. You disgust me.
You ain't never seen a pig.
Disgust me. That's crazy.
Mm,
Oh.
I am
This man, bro, to be honest, I'm about to expose him. This man, he read a book. Can I tell him about the book? Can I tell him about the book?
Maybe on the Patreon. We can talk about it on the Patreon.
I was
I'll
gonna
tell you.
ask, was it? Don't tell me
Join
it
the
was because of the
Patreon.
Super Cow. Don't
Join
tell me
the
it was because of the Super Cow video.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay.
Anyways, we can end this off, right, guys?
Anyways, thank y'all for coming through, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the pod. You know what I'm saying? Let us know who your favorite Paragon protagonist is. For me, it's Naruto. What's y'all favorites?
Probably Shirou.
Shirou,
Probably Shirou.
Archie,
Come back to me.
Ichiban.
I like All Might.
He's not a protagonist.
So then, what the fuck is he?
He's
An
a side
antagonist?
character. He's a
Oh,
side
you know what?
character.
You're right. No, you're right. My bad. Aaron Yeager. That's my favorite Paragon.
Yo,
My bad. I forgot.
Bro, why? Is it not Asta?
It is Asta. But I just want to piss you off and say Aaron Yeager. Yo, what the fuck is Kardiac doing?
Hey, so Archie, ignore it.
I guess Batman.
That's not anime.
He is technically anime. He is technically
There is.
Suicide Squad. Yeah, it is.
He's
Batman
not in
Ninja.
He's,
Is Batman Ninja's an anime, I believe.
oh yeah, Batman. No, I'm just kidding. If we're being serious, are we counting Yusuke? Does Yusuke count?
You know what?
No.
I mean, if we were counting Yusuke, I would have said Yusuke, but
Alright, shit.
No one said Naruto.
I said Naruto.
Paragon.
Oh.
No, he's Paragon. No.
Who's a good
You said Naruto? He's not
Yeah.
Paragon.
Yes, he is.
He's not.
What do you
No,
mean he's
bro,
not? Yes, he is.
You make the argument.
He literally
You make the argument.
has something called sexy jutsu.
Hey, he's still Paragon. He's still Paragon.
It's not. He's snuck into the girl's washroom. He's
One
not
example, one thing does not make you not. You don't have to be perfect to be Paragon.
Man.
Yes, you do.
Oh.
Anyways, Archie, man, just say a fucking character, man.
Yeah, let's go with alright, Jonathan. Let's go with
Jonathan, yeah, big JoJo Jonathan in the building. That shit.
Fuck it. Yeah,
Uh,
because he created a whole generation of better characters. Yeah,
oh my
exactly.
gosh. But yeah,
He is the
man.
foundation.
Make sure y'all also check out Kardiac's channel. You know, we appreciate him coming on today. Maybe one day he'll post a new video. type
Upload.
shit.
One of these days.
Upload, Kardiac, upload.
How long has it been now?
What?
A year?
A century.
Maybe it's okay. Maybe one day I'll stream. It's okay.
Type shit. But
I
yeah,
know,
the
right?
link in the description or the thing for that channel for Kardiac, and then Archie as well. He's be streaming and posting and something like that.
I do be the one posting for sure. I do
And
be the
then
one
like Ichiban said, he may stream, so you could go check out his Twitch as well. But also, man, if y'all really want to join a for real, like a special place, like the most special place you could ever be. You know what I'm saying? The Flow Patreon type shit and things of that motherfucking nature. You know what I'm saying? Some of the best content you will ever find is on there. Some of the behind the scenes content you would never expect. Archie got interviewed. That just came out type shit. You could see him get interviewed.
True.
I don't even know how interesting it's gonna be because it's Archie, but
That's insane. That's insane, yo.
And then you got Ghost Stories
crazy.
reactions and a plentiful supply of other content that's been posted throughout the times. You guys can help support the flow type shit. Whether it's the $1 through $10 tier, it does not matter. It will help support us, and we appreciate anything. And if not, if you just made it here in the pod, we appreciate you type shit and things of that nature. But yeah, man, shout out to everyone. Shout out to all our patrons. You know what I'm saying? Maury, Cammy, Phantom, Ichiban, Play Slayer, Evan, Dex. We appreciate you guys very much. And thank y'all so much. And yeah, and there's also a link to the motherfucking Discord in the description. The first link's Patreon, but you can also get to the Discord where you can chop it up with us. Or we really be chopping it.
Get into arguments type shit. Yeah.
We pod outside of the pod. We still be potty when we not even potty. No, who does that? Who does that?
We do be potty.
Who does that? Nobody does that.
God.
Yeah. And like the video and subscribe for more. You know what I'm saying? Because we gonna be back. And we bring the hammers with the content. Every piece of content's a hammer to your soul, and it's gonna hammer you to build a house. Your soul is gonna have a house, and you're gonna be enjoying your life watching the flow's content. You know what I'm saying? So we love you guys for real, man. Thank y'all for watching.
I'm like a religious cult leader. My God.
I said, ran out of saliva. You were not spitting.
He was.
What do you mean, buddy? Anyone have any final words for the people?
For the people. Nah, for you, maybe.
Watch Kokoro Connect if you haven't.
Watch Link Click if you haven't. Please.
Okay, all right. My final words. Shout out to Ace. You know what? Just shout out to Ace.
For what?
Which Ace?
Ace.
For what? For what?
No,
Why?
actually, me and Kardiac know like 3 aces. So I'm not gonna
gay Ace or young Ace?
Or short ass ace.
The Ace you argue with all the time. But anyways, Ichiban, go ahead, take us away. You argue with all of them all the time? Is that not differentiated?
Yeah, no, we argue with all of them. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my gosh, the one that's in the Flow Discord, bro. I don't know, bro. They're all in there too?
No, just the one.
Everybody, shut the fuck up. We're gonna close the pod. Thank you very much. People got shit to do. We're gonna say goodbye, listeners. This has been your new addiction. This has been your new favorite podcast series. This has been The Flow.
We love you guys. Thank y'all for watching and making it to the end. Flow out. Peace.